fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. Once again, Filmora Wondershare Filmora has screwed me over and not recorded something. I don't know why. Anyway, how are we? It's hot here. I don't want to put the air conditioner on down here during the day until November, so I'm just being a little bit like, so I should stop complaining about it probably. All right, if you can like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, we are going to be looking at checking in on Courtney shortly, but we might have a drop in from an old friend. So Courtney is with Pruvit. That is a ketones, exogenous. Ooh, I think I got it right. Exogenous ketones, and it's a drink, and they say it puts you into ketosis. If you test your pee, apparently it does say you're in ketosis, but I don't think it actually works like that. And there are other creators much smarter than me. I know, how's that possible? uh, Mac Attack, he's like so smart and funny and cute. Mac Attack has explained it. Brianna Jewel, I couldn't remember her last name when I Brianna Jewel. She has done a video on it, and I'm pretty sure Aaron has as well, and possibly others like Eloise or other science people. Anyway, we are going to be looking at her, Courtney. She's sticking it out, bless her. But we're going to have a little detour to her current BFF, Kelsey Ray. The dogs were all behind me before, like, because they were hot too. So, and they like to snuggle. So, because they're dachshunds. Anyway, Kelsey Ray is living. She's having buyer's regret, guys. Buyer's remorse on which product, you ask? Have a guess quickly. The RV. Yep, the RV. She's having buyer's remorse on the RV. She's talking about how she wished she bought like a toy something or other. Don't know the term, not familiar, because we, I don't know if this is going to sound elitist or not. We have houses and flats in Australia, townhouses and stuff. Not a lot of trailer parks. Like, sorry. I say that like, oh yeah, we don't have a houseless population, knowing full well that I drive past a fairly well, it was little for a bit, and then it seems like it was big for a bit, and now it's gone little again. A lot of people come and don't mind being houseless in Brisbane or in Queensland in general, because it's warm here. Same like a lot of people go to Florida or California because it's warm. When I went to Germany, it's like middle of winter. There were homeless people sleeping outdoors. I was like, geez, that would be awful. I was kind of grim. Okay, so Kelsey Ray, new Christian, she had a reel about living between the two houses and just saying, like, that they stay at Eric's or they go for dinner at Eric's and they have dinner together every night and blah blah blah. And then she's like, but we're abstinent, babe. Babe. I'm somebody who says babe occasionally now. Babe, you got a child. You had an OnlyFans channel. The cookie's out of the jar. I had a bad metaphor before, and that's very similar, but you cannot, when you take the lid off a jar and it goes, you can't put the back in the lid of a jar. It's going just as well as it did last time. So it's out. The cat's out of the bag. You literally. I didn't think about that one. It's a bit of a double entendre. um, fucking damn it. Shut up. All right, yeah. So look, you have had sex before. I don't think God cares about that shit. Honestly, if he exists, it's pretty cool. He likes you to feel good. But if you are now religious, you are only allowed to have sex for procreation. No more recreational sex for enjoyment. Sorry. And if you really want to go for whatever the Christian, like the fundamentalist Christian prosperity gospel type that you seem to be courting at the moment, it doesn't matter if you don't want it. He is allowed to do whatever he likes because marital rape doesn't exist in their opinion. So good luck with that. She wants to play pretend that she's this boss babe, while also trying to be meek and let the man, I'm gonna let my man lead me. Fuck off, all the way off. Yeah, so I thought that was quite ridiculous. And then she had another post. I didn't get screenshots of these ones. I apologize, but they're there. I like who would make this shit up? She was getting ready for church and she's brushing her teeth and she is in, barely covering her butt, booty shorts and her bra top, lacy bra top. And then she said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't dress up for church today." And she wore this skin tight jeans. I would have said they were jeggings, except they had an apple bottom jeans, boot fur. She didn't have boots with a fur, but she did have apple bottom jeans. So, but they were tight everywhere else. And then she put on like a skin tight jumper. Well, not even a sweatshirt, even. And she said, "It's cold," but that doesn't leave anything to the imagination, and I don't give a fuck. Show your body off. It's banging. Right? It's not exactly what you think it looks like because you put filters on and stuff like that and adjust things. But it's a good body. Does it work? Yeah, probably. So anybody that works, fantastic. We love it. If you're making it work just day by day, great as well. If it's not working, but you're giving it a go, also good. Anyway, so I just think it's such a contradiction for her to be all preachy about being modest. And we can see every single curve in your body. And, even in the last video that I did about the Christian girlies just going hardcore at the moment, oh, there's a revival, is there? Yeah, I think there is a revival of like Jim Crow era laws, fucking lynchings, there's a certain revival. Hey, Kinley, yeah? They're gonna run out of undocumented people. Well, they already have started, like, deporting. I think they've deported a couple of American citizens. Who knows the fuck where to? If you're an American citizen, where do you get deported to? What the fuck? Once they finish with everybody who looks really obviously Spanish, because honestly, they are allowed to racially profile now. So I hope Andreas never talks Spanish in front of anybody with an ICE on their shirt, because he's gone. They do not care that you have money. They do not care. So good luck to everyone out there. She also had this post, which we're going to have a quick look at. Oh, poor, and I just feel a little bit sorry for the children, as always, because she's awful. But this person, Dr. Gator, I'm sorry, I don't really trust a doctor called Dr. Gator. Gator? Gator? Anyway, in America, we go from candy-filled Halloween to pie-stuffed Thanksgiving to a cookies, candy, and booze-fueled Christmas and New Year's all in 60 days. Then we call it flu season instead of what it really is, a sugar and stress season. Maybe it's not just the virus making us sick. Maybe it's the way we celebrate. Thoughts? Question mark? Just asking questions. Not making any statements at all. Right, Dr. Alligator? Oh, his name's Joel. That's disappointing. Allie, it was there. Mother and Father Gator? Come on, give us a break. Yeah. So, did you know that Thanksgiving they eat things other than sweets? So it's not just like pumpkin pie stuff. Thanksgiving, there's like fair amount of other foods that you eat. And I don't think that Kelsey Ray's children are having a booze-fueled Christmas, but cookies, candy, and a booze-fueled Christmas. Look, if that's what you're eating for Christmas, I I think that you might die, and damn, you're going to be stuck in the bathroom because no, you won't be stuck in the bathroom. There's no fiber in that. You're going to be in some difficulty. Yeah. So it's sugar and stress don't have the same symptoms as the flu. You do not get a runny nose or a blocked nose or sinus pain from sweets and stress. Okay? You do not get a chesty cough or a dry cough or some sort of cough, a heavy, like, ache in your chest or in your back, feeling it in your back. You don't get that from sugar or stress. Sometimes you can, like, benefit from a massage when you're stressed out, the back and stuff like that. That can help. But generally, the flu symptoms are not the same as sugar and stress. Probably headaches is the only thing I can think of that would be similar. But I like that he sort of said at the end, it's not just the virus. So I'm still saying that the virus caused this. But have you thought of this? Shut up, Dr. Gator. Fucking obviously some sort of maha dickhead. Those people are flat out dangerous. They're not just like wackos. They are literally merchants of death. They believe in eugenics and they are trying to kill off the weaker people. Or as some people around about the 1930s, towards the end of the 1930s, used to refer to them as useless eaters. Does that sound familiar to remember RFK was talking about there's autistic people who will never pay taxes and never go on a date and never do this and that. Uh yeah, that's not really how it is. It's why it's a spectrum, dickhead. These people are just insane and uh like they are trying to wipe out those people because they don't make sense to them. They can't explain it, and it's like, who gives a fuck? It's not your business. Shut the fuck up. Go away. That's what I think about trans people too. Who gives a fuck? It's not your business. Go away. Is it your genitals? No? Well then, fuck off. Any sort of care, any medical care, is between you and your doctor. And anyone else needs to shut the fuck up and go away. I'm being sweary today. The algorithm usually loves me for that. All right, so Courtney has this post. She's in Pforzheim. I do not know that anyway, that's definitely not pronounced properly. But I tried. All right, here we go. My job allows me to include my children. That's my favorite part. Really? Should it? Should your job include children? I don't think so. Just saying. My kids get to be influenced by some of the world's top performers in the network marketing space and my extended family. So in the future, when kids say, ah, to each other, what did you do on the weekend? Oh, I met with the world's top performers in network marketing. Dude, we're in grade 6. So was it a good school? Like there's so much that they think is going to be impactful. But, the children, yeah, one day they're going to discover videos like this. All right. Hi, guys. I'm really sorry that your mother didn't respect boundaries and used you in her sales to a pyramid scheme. I don't think that's fair. Absolutely not. The way that she uses her children is concerning, and something that leads to those, like the children cutting off contact, going no contact because the parent is so, you know, um, so extreme about it. So I don't think that she has any consideration for her children and her in her social media footprint and YouTube. Like that's, I, I am sorry that has to be put onto the kids because it's drastic. Like it's so extreme, and yet it's happening all the time, and everybody enables it. Bring your kids. Yeah. And in my opinion, they learn that they don't have boundaries, and that can be a problem for other things in the future. And I'm wondering, who's your extended family? The Pruvit people? Anyway, we'll find out. I get to bring them to events like this one in Germany with our Game Changers organization. Game Changers. I really want to take my shirt off, but I'm not going to. Okay. Gotta pay for that. No, you're just kidding. Game Changers was what the iGenius team that I used to follow quite a lot a few years ago. Rakan, does everybody remember Rakan? He was terrible. And I realized when I was saying this last time, Courtney knows Rakan because there was that ambiguous conversation that Rakan had with Jessie Lee, and they were definitely flirting. They were definitely flirting. So Courtney knows him. Yeah, it's interesting that they use the word game changers. Heading back to this area in less than 30 days, and I just found this reel drafted on my second phone. It's the only reel on here. Second phone. You know, let's just say I know that people with two phones, they're usually drug dealers, okay? Or pimps. P.S. I have a reel from Ray Higdon himself, and he's got this like gangster cosplay thing, and I'm not ready to watch it. I think it's gonna look horrific. I think it's going to be just the worst. I will probably make an updated version of this trend again, but I can't keep this one to myself. Oh, but you could. You absolutely could. And please do. This was the last day of the event, and Caden wanted to go with me. This person was at the door, and he immediately wanted to hug her. Ugh, this is concerning and a little bit sad, like, because it just seemed like he was reaching out for affection. I don't know that he knew who this person was. It's possible that they knew each other, and yeah, but it seems sus to me that he's just like running up to a stranger. Mom, can I hug them? And that is concerning for his personal safety, for them looking after him, like something like that. A groomer or a pedophile is just looking for, an inch to take a mile. They're looking for those interactions. I feel like this is gonna make him have less boundaries, and that means he's more susceptible to being harmed by somebody.
Uh, I forgot to finish this post, analyzing this post. So we both melted, and truly that's what I love the most, watching my babies interact with my chosen family, aka my friends who I've built deep relationships with. Yeah, how long have you been friends with all of the people? All long-term friends? Because I would hazard a guess that the there's never the same people in the room from one event to the next to improve it, because there's always someone you have to recruit constantly, and you lose people constantly. So there's always going to be strangers in the room, and you can't vet them. If they have a Pruvit ID, they bought a ticket, they can go. There's no security. Like, making your child, she's not making him, but it's not like he has reasoning skills to say, hey, this might not be a safe event. That's what parents and guardians are for. Our brain doesn't mature until we're around about 25 with the complex reasoning skills. And that's what we have guidance for. Children deserve to be protected. Yeah, and how long is that chosen family your chosen family, right? How many different people do they get passed to that's your new chosen family? We both melted, and truly that's what I love the most. This was also Caden's third birthday, and they brought him cakes and gifts. It was the best experience ever. More on his birthday to come. Was his father there? Was his in-laws? Were his grandparents? Joshua's mother and father allowed to? Yeah, because you're in Germany. Anyway, it's a full lifestyle as an entrepreneur who is transitioning from being self-employed. The difference is every piece of the operation used to require me. Is it okay for other people to transition? Since you can. And you're not an entrepreneur. You aren't inventing things. You don't have you're a salesperson and a recruiter. And she's saying, it used to require me. It still does. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on social media. You wouldn't be like the video that's coming up. She pitched the entire time. So it still does require you. You're going to suck before you start. Consistency helps you become good. You become great when you stay committed to the long game, and you truly become a master of your craft as you get closer to that 10,000 hours of investment time into the craft. Maybe sales is a craft, but selling an MLM product is not. It's duplication. There is nothing, like it's just repetition. There's no skill in that. You just keep repeating. And this is so manipulative. You become great when you stay committed to the long game. So that means you aren't going to make any money for a while, but you have to stay committed. And you have to, because then you'll become great. If you don't stay committed, then you can't become great. Do you see? Do you see the fucking manipulation in those words? And that's okay for her, right? Because she's at the top. She can wait. She can wait for the long game. How ridiculous. You have to let go of what people think about you. The ones who have been there before, you will always who the ones who have been there before you will always support your journey. And the ones judging you why are there random capitals? Too afraid to get started anyway. Courtney, you were in the Empire with Jesse Lee. And we know in the anti-MLM community that so was Erin Bees. Was Erin not getting started? No, she got started. Absolutely, she got started. And she did well. She has been there before you, but she's not going to support your journey anymore. Like, how ridiculous. What a ridiculous statement. And for myself, I've never been in an MLM. I don't want to be. I think they're scams. I'm already bad with money. I'm not going to throw it away on a shitty coffee that I could get cheaper elsewhere. Oh, that's coming up in the video. Yeah, I'm not afraid to start. I'm smart enough to know that it's a fucking scam. And to say it's almost like negging, like, oh, you're just afraid to start. Like, it's reverse psychology. Oh, you're just scared. You don't have to be scared. And it's the FOMO. That's just utter bullshit. I believe in you. You are not a tree. You get to move. Now, taking this one personally because you are not a tree at many points of my life where I have been on the precipice of change. My go-to mantra is I am not a tree because it helps me to think about like what I might like to do with that situation. It's very freeing. So I'm dirty about her using my phrase against people. Yeah, we might not be trees, but guess what? We can put down roots if we want. All right, we can grow where we're planted for the metaphors. I think that's, and to say that, oh, well, you don't want to join my MLM and sales and sell ketones with me because you're afraid of moving, changing. Yeah, people don't like change. Yep. Say yes to every opportunity that you're even considering. If it's been presented to you, why wouldn't you? Well, would you like to say yes to heroin? Yeah, cocaine, crystal meth. I've only got drug examples. I don't know anything else that's really dangerous that I might like to say yes to. Like any opportunity. But the first thing that came, heroin. No, I don't think that is a good point of view to advertise. There are things that you do not need to take the opportunity of doing. All right. Even if you don't know how you will always, even if you don't know how you will always be grateful for the experience, figuring it out along the way. Well, you know what? I don't think I would be grateful for the experience if somebody offered me heroin and I got addicted and then I was a junkie and maybe, sharing needles and getting Hep B. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm grateful that for that experience. Courtney was right. Like, what a pile of shit. My God. That is so gaslighty. Oh, you just don't want the opportunity to grow. No, I don't want to be scammed. Oh, I thought of a non-drug one. Buying crypto. It's not advice. I've got $11 of crypto somewhere. Ethereum. It's gonna go down though because the crypto market is in the toilet and will be worse. Anyway, yeah. Look, and I'm in recovery for opiates, so I'm joking about the heroin. I'm not considering taking heroin at all. I know that I will like it. I've had morphine. I know that it'll be very dangerous for me to have it. Although, um, my opiate treatment program, I take Buvidol, which counteracts the highness. You don't get high if you take opiates because of that. So, anyway, moving on. It's almost like that's the whole point of getting addicted. Yeah. Oh, and we can't forget a little bit of religious manipulation to round us off here. Plus, God will always make a way. Love you so much. Ciao, ciao for now, my loves. And then a hashtag. What if you fly? Hashtag walk in faith. Hashtag I believe in you. Hashtag impossible is what God does best. Hashtag God will make a way. Willie. What a pile of shit. Like, she genuinely sat down and spent half an hour writing this. Ugh. It's so manipulative. It's so gaslighty. It's concerning on the child, protection side of things. I don't think that she's ever going to come to her senses and get out of this. She's just in so deep. All right. We're going to move on to the longer video of hers. Yeah. I spent an unbelievable amount of time looking for how many packets of the coffee, the Pruvit coffee, is in a box. Like, too much time, but I found out eventually. All right. Stay tuned. Ooh. All right. We're back. I got too tired last night, so I didn't get into watching the video. Oh, no. I see where my camera's pointing. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, though, the windows are making a noise as the wind blows. Found the bad smell, so I wanted to let the window open. Courtney, I don't know if she's in Germany in this one. She sure is wearing a big cross. All right.
Oh, hello, beautiful people. It is Courtney Shepherd live in Forsheim.
Yeah, she is in Germany. She's very soft, like really soft. All right, this should be loud enough now. For some reason I have the Lizzie McGuire song in my head. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Okay. Courtney's a better singer than me. I'll give her that.
I just always do this. It's like spirit fingers, y'all. Hello.
That first pose too, it was giving the filler, which is fine. I don't care. It just was weird.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Courtney Shepherd live in Forsheim. I try. It's actually really not that hard. It's just everybody's accent says it a little bit different. So as
First time, yeah, I was trying to say it yesterday, but has she been there a month? This is from ages ago. In the post, what she said, she was back there, I think. Heading back to this area in less than 30 days. Oh, okay, so she is back there? Forstheim.
you jump
Go.
on, say hello, let me know where in the world.
Also, to get it louder, possibly you can hear in the background a little more because Courtney decided to do a live in a public space where people are talking. I have gone live from Palestine marches, but
You are tuning in from, and if you are on the replay, which some of you might be, many of you might be, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're building a business and going live online for any reason, most of your people will watch it on the replay because that's just how it works. So bring the value from the beginning as much as possible. And there's my value tip of the day. So these kind of have to stay on. I'll try to take them off. I'm trying to angle myself.
oh God, I apologize for this pause screen. Courtney's she's gorgeous, but this is not a good photo. But will I take a screenshot of it? Yes. Her tip of the day. That was my value tip of the day. That people will more likely watch a replay. Okay.
You can see my eyeballs instead of the 3 ring lights, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. My eyeballs are, maybe this will help me keep this live short. So I've already taken the belt off today. But as you jump on, if you're on the replay, can you, Manu,
Because it's cold in Germany at this time. I have been in Germany in this time period, and Courtney lives in a state with a similar climate to me. So what is with the jumper half off the shoulders? I hate it, and she does it often. I was just thinking if Jessie Lee used to do that, and I can't recall that she did. It's a Courtney, well done. You've got an aspect of your own that is all yours. Okay, we're good to go. You cannot hear. So because the wind is blowing through the window, it's like smashing the blinds, and I think the only thing keeping them in is my spider thing, which is meant to go in the garden, but we're just that's what we're doing today. All right, let's keep going.
drop I miss you in the comments so I can let you know that I miss you too. So grateful for all of you. Without you watching, without you commenting, without you engaging, sharing, feel free to share this out when you get value from this. And you guys can also put it in your...
I will share it from my channel with my commentary. Also, guys, so if you would like to, I don't know, save America, it's a big job, it's a big one. I think that you should boycott the companies that are cozying up to Trump, and that includes YouTube, Alphabet runs YouTube, and Google, and all that. Please, I think you should boycott. If you want to watch a video, there are many programs to download them, and then you don't give them the ad revenue, so you can still watch the content. And then what you could do instead of, if you you could join the Patreon and give it directly to people, or however they, do memberships and things like that. Speaking of which, I think I'll close my memberships because Google takes a cut of that. So, Apple, I have an iPhone 14. I am not going to replace it. I'm not going to do any updates. If I can manage it,
yeah, and the only thing, don't use Google Chrome, use Firefox, use Proton Mail instead of Gmail, and use DuckDuckGo instead of Google for searches. I cancelled my Amazon Prime after the Washington Post said they weren't, like, they were going to run advertisements that are, no, they were going to be supportive of capitalism in their paper. Yeah, and Amazon has their fingers in a few different pies, so it is hard to avoid. And like my workplace, all of our email, WordPress, everything's through Microsoft. So that's a more difficult one to get out of. But do what you can, because they only know money. They speak in money. Money is the only power we have against them, because they don't care about humans. They don't. They just gave, the reason why especially I'm pushing a boycott today is because they gave Donald Trump a bunch of money for his ballroom. Fuck 'em. All right, let's keep going.
Stories, and you can drop the value that you get so that other people get the value too. So that's always super powerful. I'm really, really grateful for all of that, because without you, I would not be able to run my business the way that I have for the last 10 years, actually, because I started building and going live online about 10 and a half years ago, I think. I started in no, it was the end of the year. So I think it's been about 10 years.
Can I have some vocal fries with that? Damn, girl, she's got some vocal fry going on.
Or is it almost 11 since live started? I don't remember. I think it was 2014. 11 years. Wow. Okay. So we're coming up on 11 years. Because I believe it was like I remember. It was 2016. End of 2015 or 2016. So it's right around 10 years since I started going live. Because I remember my first live videos, I'm almost positive, were after Madeline was born. Yes. So we are coming up on 10 years since live video began. So drop I miss you in the comments if you're on the replay and you've made it this far. Appreciate you so much. And hello from Florida, darling. So what are we going to talk about? Listen, I know that every day that I've gone live with you since I've been here, I'm here because of this business. And so I've talked to you guys and mixed up my ketones with you every morning. I've been talking to you about mixing. Now, I didn't bring my animal-based protein, but mixing my proteins together, which gives me when I mix the two, I get like about 40 grams of protein. I had like 6 different words come through my head, and none of them were the word protein for a second. So I have the dairy-free protein that I mix with the whey protein, but it is the cleanest animal-based protein that I've ever had. So
What does that mean? What does cleanest that I've ever had? That's not unmeasurable. You cannot quantify clean. What's the metrics on clean? It's an advertising term, and absolutely B fucking S. Why did I just censor BS but put the F word in the middle of it? I don't know.
I'm obsessed with it. I don't like all whey protein. I just don't like how my body digests it. And this is so clean. It is from grass-fed, I think, and finished.
Shouldn't you know if it's your go-to? And there are pea protein. Like, you don't have to have whey protein. What are you talking about? And why don't you just eat or like, why don't you eat real food with protein in it?
I'm not quite sure, but they're pasture raised and they're in New Zealand, and Have I met the cows? No, I haven't, but I've I think it's really, really important. And that is also the animal-based or beef organs that I consume as well. So
Beef organs? Beef organs. Oh, these people. Like, why don't you just eat real? Like, she has enough money to eat normal food. God fucking damn it. It's like, are you fucking, it's like they have a punishment kink. Like they just have to punish themselves. Nope, I can only eat this. I can only eat this. Kelsey Ray, where did I see her? I can't remember where, but she had this like, she had a shorter reel where she was eating, like these fucking eating things. Does my head in. It was vegetables, mustard, and cream and cottage cheese. The fuck? Like, come on. Anyway, let's keep going.
no, I don't have like, there's no affiliate thing with it, but if you want a discount, I have a referral link, which gives you 20% off, and then I get 20% off. If you just go to the website, you get 10% off. If you sign up for their mailing thing, the first order, you get 15% off. So,
Do you have to sign up for a auto ship? That would be interesting.
the best way to get a discount through it is by getting a referral link from somebody else, and then you'll have your referral link, so you'll be able to earn the 20% off as well. Like it's automatically on the website.
Okay, I'm really annoyed by her vocal fry at this point in time now. I know that some people can't help vocal fry. That is their natural thing, like Taylor Lorenz and Kat Tembage and Matt Bernstein, who love those three together. But and I can take their vocal fry. It's fine. Like I don't care about their vocal fry. But I know Courtney speaks without vocal fry, so this feels very put on. And yeah, this is complicated. This is a complicated way to get a discount. And how many people, like, how many other people could you? I just can't see this taking off as an affiliate mode, you know? Uh, like, because I have two affiliate companies that I get a discount on. One is Feminist Trash, which is a t-shirt company, amazing subversive t-shirts. And I need to order some more of them. And Ectogasm, which makes like spooky pins and lapel pins. No, like collar pins and lots of other stuff. But yeah, can't see the like. I don't know. I suppose it's like Liquid IV. Liquid IV, I love you. Don't have an affiliate link for that, but JJ does. So if you want to buy Liquid IV, go order it through JJ's link because you know throw some percentages her way. Anyway, yeah, you get a discount. Cool.
So you just have to click it to get it. So, super, super powerful. I can give you the name of it. If you guys are interested, just let me know. And I say that because I didn't bring that but that's what I've been showing you. And I've been showing you how I've made my protein coffee. And I'm telling you about these incredible ketones because ketones have this NAT formula has completely transformed.
Minnie likes to lick their back when she's something. I know. Sorry. I'm sorry she won't leave you alone. She's being so mean to you. She go for a sleep soon. Okay?
How I show up in my day. Because at first, I felt like motivation was something that I had to find, I felt like I couldn't get anything done if I didn't have motivation. And what these gave me was that. And then through the community, through the development personally that I've done, through so much work.
Courtney, you're not describing the effects of a drink. You're describing the effects of being, like in this team. Those aren't, you didn't drink something to get motivation. You're describing teamwork and, even if I think that is a pile of shit. Uh, she obviously thinks that that's been adding to it, but her point there was, oh, this drink gave me motivation, but then she didn't describe the drink giving her the motivation. She described the team giving her motivation.
So much work I've done, like the Dr. Joe Dispenza, being a student of his work.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. Like, I've done so much work. Really? Have you been to therapy? Like an actual psychiatrist or psychologist, not a woo-woo person, grifter, who is trying to get all of your money by suggesting I don't know, the reason why you get the flu in winter is because of sugar and fucking stress. And, like, oh, all carnivore diet that killed your best friend, possibly. Like, that's not working on yourself.
Going to his 7-day retreat, doing meditations, especially when I do them every single day.
Yeah, join everybody in the world who does daily meditation. What the fuck? This is not special. This does not mean that are healed or a higher human being.
If I miss, I feel different. I'm just telling you. When I do that, I become a different version of myself because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in the meditation. I believe in Dr. Joe's work. I believe all of these things, right?
That doesn't mean that it's working. You can gaslight yourself to believe many things. You're in a fucking cult. That's what you're describing right now. I believe Dr. Joe. Yeah? You went to a 7-day retreat working on his woo-woo things. So?
And I behave accordingly. I act as if I do the work. I take the action. I show up as the best version of myself over and over and over again. And I change the way that I think. So if I'm like believing and like showing up and acting and my thoughts are negative, I can just go change my state. I can go, if I'm thinking negatively or low frequency about something, I can immediately take myself from the negative box into the positive box. I can change boxes. And then that's how you become. We are constantly in this state of becoming a better version of ourselves. So I no longer call the photos that we do before and afters. I catch myself. I don't like to say before and afters because my photo from before and the photo I put next to it, I am constantly becoming a better and different version of myself.
This is so self-obsessed. Like, how much can you know yourself from day to day? Like, how much is changing from day to day? It's giving main character, You're just an accessory in my life.
Say I'm constantly becoming the best version of myself over and over and over again.
But what if you're not? But what if you're not? Because from my point of view, a lot of MLMers become worse. They become more callous. They become more removed from what normal people do, from ordinary people do. They don't care about other people. They don't care how their products may hurt people. They don't care how they're sending their downline broke. They recruit ruthlessly while repeating lies. Like the lies get bigger and worse. There's nothing that's honorable about that life. And you're not getting better every day. You're getting worse because MLMs get worse every day because you have to tell bigger lies and, you know, you have to manipulate more every day. You have to use more manipulation through religion and guilt, FOMO, gross, fear, a lot of fear.
You hear Gary Vee talking about wanting to buy the jets one day. It isn't about the destination of buying the jets because the vision will become bigger. It is the journey of who you get to, not have to. It is who you get to become along the journey, every step of the way. By the way, I am live on multiple devices, which is why you are seeing me look back and forth.
So when so she says she's getting better every day, I know that she has seen some of the anti-MLM content about her, right? Or people have mentioned it, but there are apps and programs where you can just use one camera. That's what I have right now when we do a live stream for the Sunday roast. I also we stream to Gus and Val's channel and my Twitch, which is like one person follows me on Twitch. But it's possible, and I'm trying to get to stream to what is it? Substack. Oh my god. TP USA, Toilet Paper USA has infiltrated two Antifa cells for all the people who want to say Antifa is not real. No, it's a lie. The infiltration operation was a massive success. We have the receipts. From Jack Posobiec, who is a piece of shit. Piece of shit, Obiak. He's the one who said that Antifa started in Weimar, Germany, and Christy Noem on the same day said that they had arrested. No, they were talking to I think maybe detained or arrested the girlfriend of the founder of Antifa. So at the same thing, these two people said these two wild statements. Antifa probably exists before that, but like you could argue that the killing of Caesar and subsequent, that was a type of fascism. And so, there's been people who have toppled what would seem like old day fascism, but Weimar Germany is when it really started poking its head up. And that was in the 1930s. So it is 2025. So 70, 95. Oh, sorry. If the girlfriend of so you would have had to be born in 1910. The girlfriend of the founder of Antifa would have to be 110-ish years old. Good for her. If good on her. Good run. So it's just so ridiculous. Antifa just means anti-fascist. Like they are so. But BT Dubs, Trump's not leaving, so you need to work out how you're going to resolve that. You don't make a ballroom and change the structure of the White House if you are planning on going in a couple of years. So act accordingly. Anyway, that was just because I was looking on Reddit. Yeah, Courtney is full of shit.
Hello, Mish. How are you? Oh, I love you. All the way from South Africa. I love it. So, I am
Why do you sound sick, Courtney?
really, really, really excited because we are truly walking into a new era, really. We have a company that is going into our second decade. I will look at you all for now. We have our company that is going into our second decade. And we've done what? Now, here's the thing. Most companies that you know about did this as well. Okay? If you know about a company and you're aware about a company, chances are they're doing pretty well, right? Most companies that start will never achieve even what we achieved in our first year, our first 2 years, because majority of startup companies will close within the first 6 months. That's crazy to think about, right? Because of all of the costs that go into it.
Are you just talking about normal ones? Are you talking about network marketing? Yeah, okay. You're it might be a little bit different for you guys because you have your customers built in, right? So there's, you've got what sort of chances of fucking succeeding because you have a built-in fucking customer base? Of course. Like, far out. This is so ridiculous. Comparing network marketing to other companies is not good. It's a straw man.
That's crazy to think about, right?
It
Because of
is
all of the
crazy to
costs that
think
go into
about.
it. And I will tell you, our success is first and foremost attributed, and they wouldn't say this, but attributed to those who were the founders, right? The startups, the people that they brought in, the originals who kickstarted what we were doing. The second most important part to that are the people that were brought in.
Yeah, because they bought the product. You have a built-in fucking system of customers. That's why it succeeded and is succeeding. Well, it's not succeeding at the moment, probably.
The way that we build our business, being able to have an extremely low startup cost.
Yeah, well, every MLM says that.
To establish a business that has no limit. It really doesn't know. Is this easy? No. Is it simple when you have culture that incorporates energy and systems? 1000%. Because you want a culture that brings in people that feel like they can grow, that feel like they have something to plug into, right? That they can become a better version of themselves and that truly duplicates. Like it needs to be duplicatable. And the only way you know it works is that everybody knows it, everybody does it, and it's working, right? And if you don't have that, if you aren't creating the culture and you aren't showing people that they get to grow, and oh my gosh, let me just tell you, there are many companies that do this really, really well. I'm biased, fully. 18 years in this profession, over 18 years now, almost. We're right at 18 years. 5 experiences with companies in 18 years. Come on now. The first one, I was like, didn't really know, didn't take off, didn't share it with anyone. I just went to meetings, learned about it. I didn't take any action, just learned, right? Second company, I learned, I took action. I learned, I took action. I grew a little bit, but I built it with an X. And it was mostly his contacts. So I was like, you know what? The business is yours. I will walk away. Third business, I did the same thing. And sometimes I was just learning, and not taking enough action. And I'd be like,
So let's think about that. You were just learning. Do many people have the option of failing?
and not being able to, like just be able to try it out. And I don't think there's too many people who can just, give it a go and fail and continue failing until they finally get to this like one where it's a lot of money. It's a very privileged point of view. It's a very privileged position. Like, what was the husband doing? Like, because I don't think he was always with Pruvit. He's with Enagic, I think, now. But like, yeah, this sounds like privilege to be able to fail and get back up and go again.
And I would kind of like do this zigzag. Like, I'm moving forward, but kind of, oh wait, I'm kind of spinning in circles and I'm going 2 steps back.
What is this? What's happening? Why are you? Is that how you're describing your journey in MLM? I definitely think my camera's crooked. Sorry. What? And what does that mean? Does that mean that you just didn't really know what you were doing and you were just stumbling onto success? Is that what I'm hearing? So there's no real talent. You just got to. Well, she even said with that other guy, she said, like he had all the contacts. I don't know if that was like her part, like her husband or whatever, but it sounded like she said, "Oh, well, then I went to my next company and I did the same thing and I did the same thing." So, yeah, it's interesting that this is how she's describing her journey in network marketing. Are you going to mention how Jessie Lee placed you? Because that should definitely be part of the story, Courtney. People can't do what you do. Like you can't say to them, if I can do it, you can do it. Because that's not the case. You were placed by Jessie Lee. She was allowed to adjust her downline. And she put you in a position that allowed you to rise. She built your downline. And that doesn't happen for everybody. It happens very rarely, I imagine. But I think, this is just my opinion, I think that Jessie Lee had some sort of power over Brian Underwood, Mr. B.O. I'm going to call him B.O. instead of B.U. from now on because he stinks. This guy stinks. Yeah. I think Jessie Lee was able to do whatever she liked at that company, which is why she was named head vice president of sales or marketing a few months before she passed away, and was able to say, I'm the vice president now. Yeah. So your circumstances are much different to a lot of other people's circumstances, and they cannot do what you did. And you can do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, but it is not. I'm sorry for that. That was a bad joke. This is not replicatable. Replicatable. There you go. You can't repeat this. Why don't I just say it like that?
3 steps forward. I was trying it. I was working on it. And hello. Oh, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. It is 9 o'clock here, actually, in Germany. So I don't know where you are in the world. Let me know what time it is, where you're watching when you watch this. I would love to know. Are you sitting in